Yo, what is up guys, Delboy here. So heavyweight prospect Efe Ajagba stops Iago Kiladze in 5 rounds. Now this fight was supposed to be a straightforward walk in the park for Efe Ajagba, but that really wasn't the case. This was a crazy fight and a very entertaining fight. If you guys haven't seen it, find a copy online, it's certainly worth watching. Now early on in this fight, Efe Ajagba was in control. He was kind of walking down Kiladze behind that long hard jab, and he was looking for the right hand behind it. Kiladze was kind of on the move, picking with his jab, trying to land his own right hand here and there. Round 1, I felt Ajagba got the best of it, though Kiladze did land some good snappy shots. Round 2, again Ajagba starting to apply more pressure, but Kiladze actually gets more of his own work off in round 2, lands some good combinations that bounce off the head of Efe Ajagba, but Ajagba comes back and he actually drops Kiladze in round 2. He drops him with a right hand. He's quite badly hurt, but fair play to Kiladze, he managed to survive a round and he got to fight on. Round 3, again, Efe Ajagba applying pressure, landing big hard right hands, and he caught Kiladze with a massive right hand, and it made Kiladze do like the stanky leg. He went backwards in a funny manner. His legs were like Bambi. He was so unsteady on his legs, and Ajagba caught him with that shot, and Ajagba took a step back. I don't know whether Ajagba thought he was going to go down or he thought the referee was going to jump in, but he took a step back and he never jumped on Kiladze. When Efe Ajagba realised Kiladze wasn't going down, he obviously tried to finish him and he threw shots, but he got caught in the exchange with a right hand from Kiladze and it dropped Ajagba. It dropped him on the seat of his pants, and I was shocked when Kiladze dropped Ajagba. I just didn't see that coming. Don't get me wrong, Ajagba was getting caught in this fight and fairly regularly, but Kiladze's really not a puncher. He's a really small heavyweight. Basically, he's a cruiserweight fighting at heavyweight. I didn't expect this guy to drop Ajagba, but he did in round 3. In round 4, Ajagba kind of got back in control of the fight, landing hard jabs, landing hard right hands, and again, every time Ajagba touched Kiladze with a right hand, Kiladze always looked unsteady on his feet. It looked like any right hand could knock him clean out, but somehow he managed to take these big shots. Every shot hurt him, but the guy just kept on fighting. It was crazy. And yeah, round 4, Efe Ajagba kind of steadied the ship and he landed some good shots. Round 5 was where the fight ended, and Ajagba caught Kiladze with a right hand, which dropped Kiladze. But once again, credit to Kiladze, he manages to beat the count and he tries to fight on, but he's taking hard shots, and his corner actually throwing the towel. And, despite this fight being great, despite Kiladze showing great heart and having moments of his own, I think the corner did the right thing, because 75% of this fight, Kiladze literally looked out on his feet. He was stumbling around, he was rocked on numerous occasions. It was crazy how this guy didn't get knocked out sooner. Honestly, he showed tremendous heart and tremendous powers of recovery in this fight. I never expected him to put on the show he did, but ultimately it wasn't enough. Ajagba got the stoppage win. Now, I think it's apparent in Ajagba's last few fights, holes in his defense have been exposed, and I actually mentioned this in his fight with Michael Wallish. In the fight with Wallish in the first round, when Wallish was on his chest, on the inside, Ajagba really didn't do a good job of defending himself. He was catching a lot of shots to the body and even to the head. And in the fight with Demirezen, again, some of those defensive flaws were exposed. When Demirezen was punching with Ajagba, he was landing some good shots, and again on the inside, Demirezen got some work done. And once again in this Kiladze fight, if you punch with Ajagba, the guy's open. He really is. He kind of squares up and doesn't really move his head. He's upright. He's there to be hit if you want to throw with him or if you get on the inside. Ajagba has a lot of work to do defensively going forwards. He really does. That's not to say he can't improve. He does have some good attributes. His jab is actually really good when he uses it. I'd like to see more variation on it, you know, switch it from body to head and feint with it a bit more, things like that, but the jab he does have is pretty good, and his straight right hand also is fairly accurate. It carries power, it's nice and crisp, and he does do the basics well. Like I say, nice jab, nice straight right hand, okay feet. He does do some things well. I just believe the guy needs to make a few adjustments defensively, and even offensively, like I say, in regards to setting up shots. Don't be so predictable. Like I say, feint a bit more. Try to set up your shots in different manners. Try to alternate between body shots and head shots. I have seen Ajagba go to the body in previous fights, but it's something he's not been doing recently, so that's something I'd like to see him go back to. You know, try to work the body a little bit more, and especially when he has somebody hurt, because with Kiladze, when he had Kiladze hurt, he was just headhunting. He needs a bit more variety to his offense. He needs to be a bit more dynamic, and certainly above all else, he needs to be tighter defensively. So Ajagba, is he a good prospect in the heavyweight division? Of course, but is he the finished article? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So we'll see where he goes next, but like I said, certainly improvements to be made from Efe Ajagba, but a really enjoyable fight. If you guys haven't seen it, find a copy online, certainly worth your time. Share your thoughts below. Peace.